Hello, Porting Team Helper here. I'm gonna show you the basics about Wineskin. This is a remake of my old one. My other one had a redesign, which I like. It was different in a way you probably won't understand, but let's just go on with this. Wineskin is a tool in which you can pour Windows games onto the Mac, which is a miracle and it's awesome. I totally recommend this. At first you might be confused what to do. That like this, blah 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 blah. You download a wrapper, this doesn't work, blah blah blah. Well, first of all, the wrapper does work. It's because you need to install the game. But in this video, I'm not going to talk about that. So Wineskin is, I'll put the link in the description to download it. Pretty, cool app. When you download it, once it's done, you want to extract it to your desktop. Now, when you first open it, it might ask you to update. If it does, update it, because it's best to keep it updated. Once it's done updated, hold on, let this thing load. Once it's updated, make sure your wrapper version is Wineskin 2.5.4. If it's not 2.5.4, you want to click on this update button. Mine's already up to date to 2.5.4, so I don't need to update it again. I don't need to update it again. Now, install engines, yours will be blank. So, in order to install one, you're going to click on this plus sign. And make sure it's Wineskin 8 Wine 1.5.1. It's going to take a while to download depending on your internet connection. Once it's done, there's 4 options on the side. Create new blank wrapper. This allows you to create your own wrapper for the game you're going to want to install. Refresh window. It refreshes your Wineskin winery to see, like, let's say you installed an engine and it didn't show up on your engines. This is pretty useful for that. Download package manually. It redirects you to Wineskin, the official Wineskin site. Okay, so to create a new blank wrapper, you're gonna want to hover over to the installed engine you're gonna want. So I'm gonna use a 1.5.1. So I'm gonna click on it, then create new blank wrapper. I'm not really gonna show you any installations, so I'm just gonna name it Name Goes Here, the app. Okay, now this process might take a while. If you want a game, let's say Halo, you will name it Halo. If it's Borderlands, you'll name it Borderlands. If it's Modern Warfare 2, you'll name it Modern Warfare 2. Because it's best. Okay, once Gecko comes up, you see, okay, Gecko installer. You see this. Now, we're not gonna need this for this video, but it's optional. It's best to use it, like, let's say you want a Windows game from Steam. It's really important to download WineGecko if you want Steam from Windows games from Steam. But we're not gonna use Steam, so we're gonna hit cancel. And also, if you install Gecko, it's gonna take a while, depending on your internet connection. Now, once it's done, you want to hit View Wrapper and Finder. Now you can drag your wrapper onto your desktop. You can exit your winery now, since we're not going to need it. Now, set this aside. Now you want to open your wrapper. Now, there's 4 options. Install Windows software. This is best if you want to install, let's say, like a package, a patch version 1.3 for a game. Let's say Far Cry. There's different version. There's a version like 1.4. I want to download 1.4, so I'll click install Windows software. It's best to drag your patch onto your desktop. So you'll hit desktop and look for Far Cry version 1.4.exe to patch your game. This is also good for installing games like setup.exe on your game, whatever game you want. I'm not gonna put any warriors in this video, but you can download a torrent of whatever game you want or get a CD from a friend. If you're gonna get a torrent, I recommend getting a .iso format. It's best. Set screen options. If your game has, like, if it doesn't allow you to change the settings for the screen, this is where it comes in handy, because you can actually hit override and you can hit select full screen and you can customize your own resolution. And if the game's too dark, you can use your gamma correction to make it brighter. Don't make it too bright, also look way too bright, and it'll be even harder to see. Um, Now there's advanced. Advanced is, this is the part where I'm gonna explain to advanced, and there's quit. You can quit, obviously. Okay, so there's Windows.exe. This allows you, like, let's say you wanted the main game. Like for Halo, it will be Halo.exe. I don't know what it is, but look for the main game launcher. It redirects you to your own wrapper, which is right here. So it's best to do install Windows software first, like setup.exe for your Halo game, and then use this browse. So it's gonna be browse program files, uh, the folder of Halo. I don't know what's it called. There might be another folder. If there is, open that one. If there's another folder, open that one, etc., etc., etc. And until you find the game Halo.exe, the main game launcher, because you're gonna need that. There will be program files slash whatever the game is called, like Halo folder slash whatever other folders there is slash dot Halo.exe. Now use start.exe. This it already explains here, so I don't really need to explain it. Exe flags. I've never touched I never needed to use it. Neither custom commands, but I'm guessing on exe flags. Like let's say that I don't know how to say it. Like a custom like exe, like you change the extension to a .exe format. This might be helpful. I don't know, it's my opinion. Custom commands. Let's say that you wanted to change, I don't know, Command Q to quit the game to Shift Tab E. I don't know, something like that. That's my guess, but I don't know if someone can explain it clearly. I hope you guys can explain it clearly. Now, menu bar name. So this is where like you open the game and it'll name up here. So you know it's Wineskin, right? Let's say that the menu bar was Wineskin. So you see this is how it looked like, Wineskin. This part. If I was to change it to Halo, and if I was to open this top part right here will be Halo. Watch, you'll see it later. You'll see later. I'll point out right here. It's gonna be Halo. Version. It should say my program version. And Wine Debug, you don't want to mess with that unless you know what you're doing. But, I never really needed to mess with it, so just leave it how it is. Now below you have wrapper Wineskin 2.5.4. It shows your wrapper version with your engine that you're using. There's a kill Wineskin process. It kills your DirectX 11 that's happening on your Wineskin, which is WineX11, Wine, and Wine server. It kills it, so it's like refreshing a bit. Test run, debug mode. This test runs your game to see how it goes. Like if there's any bugs, like I don't know, textures missing, you can Google up how to fix it. This is really helpful before you actually upload your ports to port database. And then obviously the done, which takes you back here. Associative extensions. I'm guessing this is like a custom extensions. Like let's say like a start or .sta. I don't know, like custom kind of like exe flags. I don't know. So now there's tools. Wine tools, utilities, and wrapper tools. Config utility. This allows you to configure your graphics, your sound, your folders to the games, etc., etc., etc. I used this once to fix my sound on World at War, which was really helpful. Registry editor. I never really used it. I never really needed to use this, so I never messed with it. But I'm guessing that this is sort of like config utility, but to add different kind of folders to it, if you know what I mean. Sort of like that. I don't know. It's my guess. I'm taking guesses. Task manager. This sees what's going on to your wrapper. So let's say that a game didn't want to quit. You can use task manager to quit that game easily. Uninstaller. This is my guess. I never really need to use it, but it installs everything out of your wrapper. Utilities. Wine tricks. This allows you to download DLLs, benchmarks. I think it's called benchmarks. Yeah, benchmarks, fonts, game settings, apps, etc., etc. Remember, from if you use Wine tricks on games, it does not download the full game. It's just to patch maybe contents. I don't know, like if there's any files missing, probably patches it. Command line shell. I've tested it out to see what it was. I have no idea what I did, so I just exited it. So it's best to stay away from this unless you know what you're doing. Custom exe creator. This allows you to create your own .exe launcher, which is pretty helpful if you know an exe doesn't allow you to click on it. Then view last run log files. This allows you to check your own log files once you hit test run, because after you're done with that, it's gonna say, do you want to view log files, etc. Whatever it says. Then if you click no, you can always check next time by view last run log files. Last one is wrapper tools. Refresh wrapper. This refreshes your wrapper. I don't know how it works, but like it refreshes your wrapper, make sure you got everything saved, etc., etc. Now there's rebuild wrapper. This clears out your wrapper. Like if you want to reinstall a game, and then press setup.exe. Like let's say you messed up with the installation. This is good for deleting all of that wrapper, the game installation, so you can re-download it. Update wrapper. This is sort of like rebuild wrapper, but except it updates your wrapper version, which is right here. Mine's Wineskin 2.5.4, which is the latest version. Now this change engine used. If you don't like your engine or the game doesn't work with that type of engine you have currently, you can change it. But you're gonna have to download the engine from the beginning of the Wineskin the Wineskin winery from here before you actually change your engine. Well, that's about it. Options. It already shows what it has. It explains clearly what it says and all that. So yeah, this is the basic stuff. It covers most of it. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to put icons onto your games. And if there's already one video in portingteam.com, I probably won't make a video about it. Anyways, extra stuff from portingteam.com. If we were, let's say that you you went to port database, right? You download the wrapper and say this doesn't work. It doesn't work. Well, it does work. It's just that you don't notice that in order for the wrapper to work, you're gonna need to install the game files inside that wrapper. So let's say that I made it that you download the wrapper and it's called, I don't know, Warcraft 3. I don't know, like that. It's just my guess. Warcraft 3. You open it and it opens and closes really fast because you're like, it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You're gonna need to right click, show package contents, Wineskin. Then you need to click install Windows software and install your setup.exe or whatever the installation it is for Warcraft 3 and install it through there. Exit, quit, make sure it's done. You go back and you click on it and then it'll play it. It's simple like that. If we were to put the whole files inside that game, it will be considered as pirated or Juarez, whatever you want to call it, which might shut down the site of portingteam.com. Hope you guys liked this video. This is from Demon Days 1 on portingteam.com. I'm looking forward to help the site more.